readme. Um, what is this? Struct.loop. Okay, so this is an asynchronous function. Hmm. So it could be able to hold a callback function, right? So let's pass a callback here, and whenever we want, I mean, whenever we exit this function by the return statement, we have to call this callback so that our async module can catch up the um, completion of asynchronous process in a particular coroutine, right? So let me just write it here. Um, what is the motto of today? Integrating integrating asynchronous file system functions to main UI. This is today's goal. And if we achieve this goal today, then our plugin is able to do all operation related to file system in an asynchronous manner, which means this plugin will work a little bit much faster and have better performance, which is a good thing. So let's try to achieve that thing. So this is okay. This is not the return statement that I want. So at the end of this thing, I want to do same thing, return a callback, right? And I have to await those operations also. So I'm gonna do await, and which thing I'm gonna do child.await, child.update, and I will provide the child, right? And that should do it technically, right? All right then. So the next thing is to use this update function in an asynchronous manner uh, in UI components, right? So I'm gonna open those UI component, which is the Explorer init, this thing, right? So I'm not gonna do callback here for now. And okay, I think I have to make this function also an asynchronous function. So let's make this function an asynchronous one. So explorer view dot open is equals to asynchronous function. So we have to provide the options. First, we need to provide a self, and then we need to provide opts. Same thing. And we have to wrap up the things with a closing parenthesis, right? So async is not defined. Okay, so let's bring it on. local async is equals to require. Wait just a minute. We can do something like a is equals to require async, right? Let's go here and we can do something like a dot async. Perfect, right? Hmm. So now we have asynchronous function. I mean, this open function is a synchronous one before, but now we convert this into an async one. So now we have to await the updation process, right? So how are we gonna do that? Um, so this is the thing, right? So await self self.fs root dot update, and we provide the fs root, right? And I don't think we need anything else. We just need to wait just a minute. Oh, a dot await, and this should be self.fs root. So things should work, right? Um, Not sure, but there's only way to find out. Let's try this thing, right? So this function, open function will I mean load the mappings, then it will update the root, and then it creates a window with all these options, and we set up the cache entry, and the cache entry name is the recent win, which is we storing the recently used window, right? And this is the thing like to show the window that we just created, right? Hmm. So let's see. And there's one more thing. We have to go to actions, not this one, the Explorer actions. So this actions, okay. So this action also update the root. So what we have to do, convert this into an async one, async function like that. And this function is an asynchronous, so we have to await this thing. So a dot await view.fs root dot update, and what we have to update is fs view.fs root, right? And callback thing will automatically be handled. And okay, everything looks great. Perfect. Nice. Hmm. So let's try this thing out. Try to open the window. Nothing happens. I'm unable to open the window. Why? Hmm. So let's debug this thing out because I don't have any clue at this moment. I mean, why? So let's see. Um, let's debug those things like, okay, this is the new function and this is the open function, right? So this is before and this is after, right? So let's see. Um, so, oh, we are in the fast events, right? Okay. So I have to choose a different method, right? So vim.system touch debug dot before like that, and after, something like that. So let's delete any existing debug file and try to do that again. And so as you can see, we have debug dot before file. That means we enter in this state, but we never get out. Why? Why is this thing happening? Does that make any sense? Because I don't think so. Let's go to where struct.lua. So this update function is an asynchronous function which takes up the callback. Like, let's open the fs.lua and get some inspiration. What we did here. Okay, so okay, the syntax is same. You just have to pass the callback function as the last parameter. And we are doing here the same thing, right? Hmm. Did I miss anything here? Not sure. Um, let's say hello, right? And let's try to print those things. So as we can see, here we have hello, but it only shown up for a single time, which is a good thing because we are not doing any infinite loop, right? Well, I'm not sure because Vim automatically caches the recent output logs as standard out. So I'm not sure that hello is printing over and over again, but there is a way to find out things. Like if I do something like count is equals to 0 and print hello count and count plus this, like that, right? And now we can try that thing. So this is hello 1 and only hello 1. Wait just a minute. This loop runs 2 times. I mean, this function runs 2 times. Um, I don't get it. Um, let's print metadata for that. We're dot print the metadata for self dot meta, something like that. And let's try to reopen this thing. So dot git, we are unable to open the window. Why? That doesn't make any sense, but let's keep moving. Some things are happening, which I don't have any idea, because for some reason we are unable to open the message window, or maybe I think any window. So if I try to open this, and if I open like lazy, you can see nothing is happening. And if I close this window, okay, 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 okay. Can I do something? Oh, come on. Attempt to index a field a nil value. Oh, because uh, the operation never finished. in my opinion. The operation never finished. I think that's the whole reason. So let's just try to print out vim dot this self thing. I want to know if this thing is a nil value or not. So no, it's not. It's a perfect fs item. But the problem is, um, um, why is this thing not working? This is the only problem. Oh, tab new. So this is the new tab, right? So let's open another file, which is async. This one. So this async file, I think we could add some debug statements here. To resolve the problem, but where? Okay, so this is the count, and let's do count plus plus, and how many times the coroutine created. Count this thing. Yeah, right. So um self fs root. Um, hmm. So okay, 4 times, right? So this coroutines are created 4 times, which is normal, I guess, because the first thing that we did is awaited this is the open function, which is an asynchronous function, which is get called, by the user, actually. So this function is called by the user. So there is one coroutine, and this function calls another asynchronous function, which is this fs update function. This one. So this is another asynchronous function. So the second coroutine gets created, and wait just a minute. We are missing something, because this update function, no, okay, everything is correct. So this function, what this function do is okay, it will um, use the ls command, which is the another asynchronous function. So that means we are invoking three asynchronous function. That means three coroutines will be created, right? But as an experiment, we got four coroutines. So why that fourth coroutine? I don't have any idea. Why we create four coroutines instead of three? And this function's never completed because this file is also not created. So that means this coroutines runs unlimitedly for some reason. Let's see, print child done. Let's see if that works. So remove the debug this thing, and do we have any print statement other than this? So I think I have to just remove those statements for now, right? And let's do what? Wait just a minute. Web.print items. Let's see if this line stuck or not. Okay, that means this function never completed. But why? fs.lua, we have a ls function, right? ls. So this function I think on any failure condition, we are returning the callback function, right? I don't know why this function never gets completed. For some reason, it's just blocking the coroutine thread. So we are returning the callback here also. And we are exiting the loop, not from the function, but from the loop. Wait just a minute. Are we wait a minute. Entering, right? So let's see. Oh, geez. We are not even entering in this function. I think self kick out. Let's see if this function kick out the control from the first statement or not. Okay, that is the reason. But anyways, this thing should work no matter what. Because if we are calling the function, that doesn't make any sense. F Explorer init. That doesn't make any sense. This function should get completed. $8K space. Okay. Welcome to live stream. Yo, hello. Hi Zanab. Welcome to live stream. I'm good. I'm pretty good actually. Just integrating those asynchronous functions into the main UI. And this is such a pain, literally, because I'm not sure why this function gets kicked out and then why it's unable to complete its processes. For some reason, I don't know, it's not working. So what we are doing, let's just debug them side by side, right? I just want to close the tab here. Let's give a side by side view for the async module. So this is the async module, right? Let's remove those lines. Perfect. Any chats? Nothing, right? So let's go back to the debugging. The main thing is we just created two simple functions. One is create a coroutine and resume it. Actually, it returns a function which creates a coroutine and run our asynchronous function in that coroutine, right? And another function is an await function which takes a currently running coroutine and suspend the process of that function, and it will run the, I mean, it will resume the thread created by the coroutine whenever the callback function get fired up. And in order to work, I mean, in order to await function to work, the last argument of the async function should be a callback. So this is kind of an approach that we are dealing, but there are some asynchronous bugs that are arising, and I'm not sure, but I think I just messed up the arguments ordering. Nothing, nothing much, I guess. Let's just see. So let's say this is an update function and it is an asynchronous function, which is this function. So this function is equal to this update function because we run the async function, which returns a function which creates a coroutine and resume it, right? So it should work, right? Anyways, so last function is a callback. Perfect. And if I make a split, something like that, and try to open which file, explore in it, right? Something like that. Okay. So we loading the mappings. It's not a problem. It's just a simple synchronous call. These are just debugging statements. So this is the main thing. So we are passing a function. This is a function which updates the file system root, right? So we are passing that system root function here, and for the first argument, which is this self argument, we're passing the fs root itself. All right, it makes sense. And the third argument, callback, is automatically appended into the table by this await function. So this await function automatically, this function automatically, automatically append a custom callback function which will fired up whenever whenever this asynchronous function completes its execution or exiting the function. So it just represents the completion of the function. Whenever this callback fired up, we assume that this function is complete its process. That's all. So everything looks great, but for some reason this function gets kicked out from this statement. And I'm just thinking, why is that? Let's just print out this value of self.open, right? Um, here, here, false. So it is false for some reason. But anyways, if this is, wait a minute. If I say hello, a print statement in, so this print statement, okay, this is child done, and this is inspect. So child, um, child done, this one, let's remove that thing for now. And okay, let's try this thing out. Okay, so we are getting hello. This function is not kicked out anymore. Oh, got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it. So let's see how many times we enter in this function. So print local count is equals to 0 and hello count and count plus plus, right? 0, only 0. I think it is better to create a file, I guess. I think I have to make a custom log function, log module to properly log the output, because sometimes you can see I cannot see the messages. Like if I open that, and you can see I cannot open the messages window because of some bugs in my plugin, which restrict the open functionality of any windows at this moment. I don't know why this is happening, but we have to fix this thing anyways. Okay, so this is the count functionality, right? So let's just do vim.system touch enter count. How about that? Let's see. So debug, remove that, and let's see. So we have entered 0. That means we only enter in this function once, only once. Oh wait, sorry. I have to count plus plus also. So remove the debug this thing and remove enter this, right? Let's try to open one more time. And let's see. Okay, still the answer is same. We only enter in this function once. And why will be this is because we have a root, and in that root there are some other folders, like you can see there are some more folders like doc, lua, plugins. There are so many folders to be open, but by default those folders are closed, and that's why this function will get kicked out by this statement. So this is correct. We are on the right track at least this time. So we are getting here, right? The next thing is, are we getting here? I mean, hello. Let's just print hello for now. Okay, so I'm gonna comment those things out for now. So debug remove and enter remove, right? So let's just see. Can we reach this statement? You can see there is a hello here. That means we can reach that statement. So vim.print items like that. And let's try to do that again. The problem is we can't open the window. So how can we see the messages anyways? Oh, got it, got it, got it. We can do some things like um, we can write something in a file, right? So print, not print vim.system. Actually, let's just try to, print a simple first item name, right? Actually, it's one base indexing, so yeah, and the path. Try to do that thing again. Okay, you can see there's the path. So this is the first item because you can see Git is the first folder. So at this point, we are going good. Now let's see, are we reaching here or not? So the child, wait just a minute. How many places we are using update function? Update here. Okay. I literally forgot. I just literally forgot. That's my mistake. So this should be an asynchronous function like that. Oh, sorry, not here. It's here. And this thing should be called like await child.update, and we pass the first argument as this. And okay, so let's see update, update, update. It's an asynchronous function. This is the same. Oh, and okay, so there's only one more place to go. So we have to make this function also asynchronous. Um, open recursive, right? So async function like that. And the first argument should be the self parameter, like so. And that should do it. And we are doing the same thing here. So let me just write the equivalent statement for asynchronous operation, right? So await child.open recursive, and let's provide the first argument as child, which is the self value, and the maximum depth -1 as the second argument, and callback will handle the rest of the things. This thing should work like that, right? Any chats? Okay, nothing. By the way, guys, thank you for 3 likes. It means a lot. And by the way, that's good news for our YouTube family. Like our filer plugin it's now registered on, dot file website. I don't know how those guys register plugins. I don't know. I just randomly searched my plugin on Google and I found out that this plugin, I mean, file.nvim is on dot file website. Mm. Mm. Hey guy, can you hear my voice actually? It's kind of sus. Let me just write it there. Can you guys hear my voice? Because it feels kind of weird because everything I'm saying, didn't getting a response. I mean, it could be intentional, but there could be a problem of voice. Not sure. Just tell me, are you guys able to hear my voice or not? Just plus one or anything as a response so that I can, conclude that you are hear my voice. Anyways, let's continue move forward. Oh, so we have a close recursive also. Oh, geez. Let's convert that thing as well. Um, async function cell, right? And let's do the same thing here. Wait child dot close recursive with child as the first argument and max def minus one as the second argument. And this should accept callback function, which we call at the end, and all the return statements. Right. So the next thing is, let's just test those functions, right? One more time. So we are not getting any, oh, so we are not passing anything right here. That could be a problem. So we have to, I mean, we must pass to these two functions actually. I mean, these two parameters. So how we can do that? That could be nil. So I don't know how we can. how we are calculating those maximum depth? I don't know at this point. So let's just see where we are using await. Okay, let's try one more time. And so we are reaching here, right? That's perfect. Let's see. Can we reach here? Entering child, exiting a child, right? Let's see if we can do that. Do we have any extra files? Nothing. Entering child, there is no ex. Wow. Did you see that? Now we are able to open the message window. That means we fix something. This is good news, guys. This is literally a good news because that means now we are able to do something like I think uh, mm, I think those coroutines are no longer running or no longer suspended. That means the coroutines are created, run, and dead. This is a good sign. But there is still a problem. Like we are not I mean, we are not reaching the, exiting child thing. We are just enter, but not exit. This is a pain. But anyways, we are doing some progress. Now we just have to debug. What is the problem actually? Wait just a minute. Let me just do things simple like that, right? So let's remove this thing. A dot this, A dot this, A dot this. Like that. I'm very happy at this moment because we are approaching something. Literally, we are approaching something. So what has just happened? I mean, this function is not closed. I mean, this function is not completed. That's why this print statement is not running. So let's try one more time. We are entering, but we are not exiting for some reason. Let's see. You can see this whenever this function calls, we are running something, right? So start, and or you can say more proper definition like resume and yield. So we yield the values, right, like that. And here we are resuming those things again. So like here, resume again, again like that. Same thing. So let's see if there is a coroutine which doesn't get resume again. So let's see if there's a possibility, right? So, so you can see resume, resume, resume. That means 3 coroutines are created and all of them are yield. Then we have we again run the coroutine. I mean, we're resuming the coroutine again. Let's just add some numberings, right? Because without any numbering, I'm get lost. I mean, which coroutine invoke and which coroutine dead. This is this could be a disaster to remember. But as long as I can feel it, this thing looks correct because you can see resume again. That means we're resuming a yielded, I mean suspended coroutine, and we yield again. This is pretty normal because you can yield a coroutine so many times. So this is yield, then we resume it again, again yield, again you resume, resume, entering a child. Oh, okay. That means let's mimic the situation by a try run. So this function gets called. First thing, no, this is not this one actually. Um, so okay, this is the asynchronous. This is the first asynchronous function which get run at the first place, right? So the first coroutine get resumed by this by the invoking this function, right? So when this function get invoked, this resume get printed, this one, and then we invoke this update function, right? We invoke this update function. So that means this is another resume. That means we run another coroutine because this is another asynchronous function. Then what happens? So in that update function, we runs a ls function, which is also a asynchronous function. So that means this is the third resume. Make sense? And we yield the process, I mean, yield the coroutine. This one. And same, we yield this function, but we yield only twice because this got yielded and this got yielded. So there should be only two yielded things, right? Um, before entering the child, right? So I'm kind of stuck. Hmm. Um, I know, guys, this feels kind of a boring because debugging is really painful and so frustrating thing to do, especially when you are dealing with the asynchronous programming, and especially in Lua, and especially in neovim. On top of that, you are an inexperienced software developer, which who don't have any professional level experience of neovim plugin development, and you are dealing with an asynchronous programming with built-in coroutines. That's why sometimes you stuck on those situations where you don't have any single piece of idea what is going on. I mean, these concepts are so difficult to handle. You can see here, about a the last change I made is last week, and from that I didn't make any single change in this repository. So the progress is kind of stuck because of this asynchronous functionality. This is so time consuming and frustrating. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this, but anyways, let's focus those things. So I'm gonna do vim.print and try to distinguish which function get yielded and which function get resumed. So I'm gonna distinguish them with the arguments. So like to resume again. Um, so let's see this time. So let's see. So this is the resume of a coroutine. So what this function could be. Okay, okay, got it, got it, got it. So this is this open function. Okay, fine, 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 fine. Because it has all the configuration which is passed to the open function. Perfect. So let's see the full logs actually. And this is the second function get resumed, which contains, okay, this is the fs root function. That means that one. This is the update function for every single fs item, right? Then we have another resume function, right? This. And I'm supposing that this is the ls function, which takes path as the first argument. So going good. And this function get yielded. This ls function get yielded. And with what? We yield that function twice. Um, but why? But why? Come on. Why we yield that function twice? Let me just search where this update function get called. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, interesting. Refresh. So we are refreshing those things. Let me just disable the refresh thing for now. I don't want to refresh anything because this thing calling the update function twice. So we will handle that thing later, but for now, let's just see what is happening and what's going on. I want to debug and don't want to clutter everything on the screen. So, okay. So this is the resume. Yield. Still. Um, why are we yielding the function two times? That doesn't make any sense. Is there any place that we are using the refresh thing? Refresh view in Lua file. So here. Okay, so this is just the invocation of auto commands. Not a problem. Okay, not a problem. And wait just a minute. What is this action? What this action do? Oh, try to focus buffer. Try focus buffer. Okay, so we are doing this thing. So let's disable this auto command for now. And let's try to do that thing one more time. Jeez, we're still yielding. But wait, did you guys notice something? Because I did notice something because this resume contains a function. This resume contains a function, and those yield functions doesn't contain any of the function. Are you getting my point? That means this ls function gets an extra callback, or I don't know what to say. We are getting an extra function on resuming this ls function. I don't know why, but why is that actually? Let's just separate those things with with this partition. This thing. Hmm. So I think I was right. Um, no, uh, this should be here. Where is this line actually? Entering the child. This thing sucks. Mm, Let me take a break. So just give me 2 minutes or 1 minute. I just want to drink some water. All right, guys, so I'm back. Let's start doing some things. Uh, let's just try to understand what this thing try to tell us. Why we have this function? And same, we have this function for resuming here, and but we don't have same thing here. Are you noticing something? Let me add a partition from you. Hmm, like so. You can see here, this partition clearly tells us this is the second argument that we are passing to some function, some asynchronous function. I don't know which one it is, but for some function we are passing in asynchronous thing. You can see here, this is simply the update function, right? I clearly recognize this structure. This is the format of fs item, which is this class. But for some reason, why we are passing a function here as a second argument? Hmm. The first thing is this self. You know, this is correct because we are not awaiting those things. And whenever we are awaiting any function, we are getting this extra function at resume time, which is kind of suspicious actually. I don't know. Um, this is unexpected because at the time of calling the function, you can see here. Okay. Oh, okay. This makes sense. Oh, this literally makes sense. This is the function that we are getting when we are calling with the await with this await syntax. Okay, got it, got it. That's why we are getting the function as a second argument. Oh, jeez. The mystery is resolved now. But for some reason, the window is not opening anymore. So let's debug that thing also. Okay, so let's calculate what we are calculating actually. We are just calculating how many coroutines are resumed and how many coroutines are dead, right? So let's try to do one by one. So this is the coroutine, right? This is the coroutine from open function. This get resumed. This is another coroutine resume, which is the fs function, fs item update function, this one. So whenever this call, this new coroutine get created and resume. Perfect. And we are getting this argument because this is an awaited call, and same thing, we are resuming this function, which is the ls function, I guess. Yes, this is the ls awaited function. That's why we have this thing, right? And we yield that ls function 2 times, literally 2 times. I don't know why we are awaiting that thing 2 times. I mean, come on, give me a hint. At least give me a hint. Why we are awaiting this function 2 times? Are we using ls anywhere else? ls, maybe it could be fs.ls. So there is only one place that we are using fs.ls. Okay, how about this? So we are using fsls here, and we are using fsls here, which makes sense. So no problem. Then what could be the reason? Why we are yielding that thing twice? Okay, let's continue. We will take care of this later. Okay, then this is expected. We yield the outer function, which is this one. Uh, which one? Oh, okay. This call get awaited. Perfect. Right. And then we have this resume again thing. And why is that? Okay, now I got it. You know why we are getting this yield function 2 times with the same path? Because in fs Lua function, we have another awaited call to get the status of the file path. That's why these functions looks like the same, but these two yield condition, I mean these two yield statements are from different functions. This one is from the ls function, and this one is from the fsstat function. These are two different functions, so okay, mystery is resolved again. Jeez. All right, so next thing. Let's moving forward. I think we are making some progress. Let's do items, print items, something like that. So let's comment out those things for now, because I want to clarify some things. You can see these are the items that we are getting from ls command. This is all of the file content in the provided directory, and looks great. Perfect. It looks correct. Okay, so we are getting something. We are making some progress. Nice, 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 nice. Now we just have to know which coroutine gets yielded and which coroutine gets resumed. Correct. So, am I forgetting something? Okay, this one. Let's see. Do this. So resume, perfect, resume, yield, and this also get yield, and this is the fstat thing, get resume again, and this is the yield user data. Interesting. It is literally interesting because this thing gets resume again, right? This is resume again. Resume again means we are getting some things like resume again, this awaited call gets completed and we are getting the stats. That's why this is the stat content that printed on the console. And moving again. Okay. So there should be another resume call. This resume call is from the ls function, right? And this is the resume again. That means it coming from the fs stat. Then we have another resume thing. We yelled a thing here. Oh, okay, got it. We yielding that thing, this opendir function. This is the yielded, awaited call. So perfect. And resume again. It gives us the whole content of a directory. Then we yielded again. Why we yielded again? Is there anything which is need to be awaited? This is a while true loop, right? Oh, we did this 2 times, and in the second time, entries got nil, and we stopped this while loop. Perfect. So that's why you are getting 2 nil values. Perfect. Then we resume again, and we get this thing. So this is the response from the ls function. Okay, so perfect. Looks great to me, and we resume another coroutine here. So we resume another coroutine, which is 0002 ID. That means this is the another child, right? And this moment, let's try to do filer dot views dot store. I mean, not store, explorer store get. What is the meta ID? 00 002. Nothing. Oh, come on. Please print something. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is the first directory. This is the first directory. Okay, that makes sense. And we got rejected from this first directory. So I think I have to do this thing, and this call never finishes, right? This call never finishes. So if we able to resolve this error, then I think everything will be fine, I guess. So I think this is the last error. Let's try to fix this thing. It's about 1 hour 20 mark, but don't worry. I think we are so close to resolve this error. So I don't need these function. Let's comment those things for now, right? So let's try that again. Entering the child, but we never exit from the child, right? Why is this thing happening? Why is this thing happening? So let's print um, self dot what to say, meta. Oh, sorry. It should be store dot get self dot meta dot path. Let's see. So we are getting this path and we enter in the child. So this is the parent directory and we enter the first child of this root directory, right? And we oh, okay. I think we are kicked out from this function. Wait just a minute. Let me do the same thing here. Let's open the thing one more time. So this is the parent directory. I mean, this is the root directory actually. And we enter the child, and this is the first directory that that haven't permission to get open. This is the default nature, right? And we return from this function like yeah, but for some reason this call never finished. Why? This supposed to be get finished. This supposed to be get finished. Uh, let's say true. Not sure that this will work, but we never know if we not try that thing. So let's pass the true. So passing the true is same like we responding. I mean, we responding with some results when this function get completed. So let's see. Nothing. We aren't getting anything. Oh, jeez. Ah, this is so frustrating, actually. We don't have anything. Oh, wait a minute. Because this function calls never get completed. Why? I mean, why? Hmm. So before entering the child, so this is the entering the child, right? So this is entering in the child, and we are getting the output like this. That means this list has a fs item and a callback function, which is a correct thing, but why this thing not working as expected? Man, and this is so infuriating. Um, print args. I think asynchronous programming is not for me. Let's take a 1 minute break, guys. Oh, man. Ah, I need some time to think. I mean, what could be the issue? Yeah, we can hear you. This is kind of a late response, actually. Or maybe you are just joining the stream. Anyways, welcome to the live stream, Jen. There's no need to be apologized. Anyways, this stream is not that, interesting that much because we are stuck on some asynchronous bugs. And for some reason, I don't have any idea how to deal with those things because I haven't implement anything related to asynchronous programming in neovim. That's why I don't have any idea what is going on here at this moment. Previously, I implement all the file system functions in a synchronous manner, but when I try to transfer those functions in an asynchronous manner by this custom module, everything going crazy, literally. Like, it is so hard to debug everything in async when things are going asynchronous. I mean, everything going in their different threads. So independent process are literally so hard to control. Thanks for the explanation. Um, no problem. It's not a big deal because currently this thing is going in my head. Literally, I've been working on this issue like around a week, and I'm literally so close to resolve this issue. I just don't get it why this function is not get completed when we are kick out the control from this thread. This is the only thing that I'm currently considering. It will be so good if async await syntax are built into Lua language. I mean, it will be so helpful. But for some reason, they didn't implement any async await syntax in Lua. But yeah, we have, coroutines to make things over complex so that developer can never resolve their bugs. Nice job. Anyways, hey, currently, Jen, do you know what are we doing here? Are you new to the channel or already a family member? You are calling this callback function, right? And this thread, let's just see. I mean, there could be some possible things. There could be a possibility that this routine refused to resume. I mean, yeah, error, or maybe you can say A, B, something like that, and print A and B, resume again, res, right? Let's see if there could be any problem. Yeah, so it returns the first argument as error. So this thing is that files new to the channel, guest trying to make your synchronous file asynchronous. Read your comment. File system plugin. Yeah, it is a file system plugin for neovim, in which we are converting all synchronous function related to the file system to asynchronous one, which makes our plugin much more, much more performant. Because if we are doing something, crazy, reading directories, if the directories are so big, then this process doesn't freeze the main thread of neovim. So that's why we are using coroutines to separate out the process in a different thread so that it doesn't block the main thread of the neovim. So no matter how big your directories are, uh, your neovim main thread will go seamlessly, and those long processes spawned by this neovim plugin will run in a different thread. So there is no confliction and blockage in the main thread. So this is the whole reason that we are using that's why we are using coroutines. Anyways, so I think I'm getting something right. Um, let's see. Wait just a minute. If a then let's see if there is a possibility. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm right. There are some problems with the, resuming a coroutine. Got it. First try. Man. Let's see and read the whole error. Actually, maybe the second argument is the error string. Who knows? Let's see. Error. Let's try to read the error if we have any. So we don't have any error messages like why this coroutine refused to resume. But for some reason, this routine is not getting, resumed. Um, okay, so instead of that error, let's try to, coroutine dot status red. Wait, what? But why? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, this is okay because this is suspended, but I mean, no, this is not okay. This thing is okay. You can't resume a coroutine if it is already dead. But here you can see this is suspended. So things should work perfectly. And I'm not getting any error as well. Sounds good. You are doing that to learn plugin development or because there's no better alternative. Yeah, the second one is the correct assumption. Um, literally, I mean, actually, I really like oil and vim. This is the best file manager ever because it utilizes uh, the core ability of neovim. You know about the core ability of neovim? It's text manipulation. I mean text editing. Neovim is so good in text editing. I mean there are number of ways that you can uh, edit a text in neovim. And Steve Ark, the creator of oil and vim, utilized those specialty same for the file manager. This is the most craziest thing that Steve Ark does. It uses the power of editing buffer into file system operation. But there is a little bit of, just a little bit of limitation of this plugin that this plugin doesn't support file structure view. And when projects are bigger and bigger, then pre-structure view is much more helpful to understand the overall structure, how files and folders are structured in a code base. But oil and vim doesn't support that file tree structure, so you can only get a directory level view, a particular directory level view. You can't get the whole code base overview. So this is kind of a limitation of oil and vim, and I want to resolve this thing by new plugin. There could be another possible way, like I can contribute to this plugin and make a feature or transform this plugin to support a file structure view, but I read the whole code base of this plugin, and I think the motto is not I mean this plugin motto is not to provide a file structure view. And for the current modules available created by the author are not compatible with the tree view. That's why I decided to make a plugin from scratch which support this file structure view instead of a directory level view, which also contains all the file system manipulation which oil and vim supports by the buffer. And this plugin is currently working, but not in asynchronous state. If you want to see a demo, I can show you. I mean, well, there's a demo actually here. You can go to the README file of this plugin and you can see the whole demo here. You can see here we have a plugin open, and you just type some file name, and this file gets created whenever you save this. And this is a directory in which you have a file, get confirmation, and you created a file. That's it. And deletion is same as creating a file. I mean, just edit the buffer, and you have to just take care of the indentation. Every indentation will calculate. I mean, every depth of an item calculated by the indentation level. So indentation is crucial in this plugin, you know. Yeah, this makes sense. Isn't success equals to true working? Anyways, are you try to give me some info about who that I do? I mean, did I made a typo or something? I'm not sure. Did I make a typo or something anywhere else? I mean, um, success equals to true. Well, so far, actually, we catch this error. You can see here, resume again is suspended. So, uh, is there any way to, get the type of error that I mean, I want to know the reason why this coroutine doesn't get resumed. Why is this thing? Let's try to search in the helps actually. Coroutine resume like that. So this is the coroutine resume docs. So starts or continue the execution of the coroutine the first time you resume a coroutine. Coroutine, it starts running its body. The values are passed as argument to the body function. If the coroutine has yielded, resume starts it, value are passed. If the coroutines run without an error, resume returns a true. Oh, oh, got it. I think this is what you are, you know, this is what you are pointing. I was wrong, just assume that the signature of coroutines returned success as the first argument value, not working with Lua that much, not a plugin dev myself. Ah, yeah, it's okay. I just figured it out by the docs that if the first argument is, true, that means coroutines resume successfully. Resume again, res. The true, 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 true. So every time this get resumed perfectly. So now let's just count the number of times coroutines get resumed, right? Because We already checked. Wait just a minute. Uh, we have to check how many times they get yielded and how many times they got resumed again. So what? With what? What is this thing? Oh, I have to comment this thing. Man, I was literally getting a heart attack. I mean, what is the in the world why I'm getting these things? Okay, so let's try again, finger crossed. Man, you must be kidding. Print, print, print. Okay, 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 okay. This shouldn't be here, right? To async. There you go. Oh, that's good. Okay. So let's see. Okay, now we got it. So we yelled, and resume again. So we three times yelled a function, right? Three times. So one time resume again, another, okay. Now there is fourth time we yelled a function, right? So we yelled four times and resume only one time. Got it? So this is the second time resume again. And this is the fifth time we getting yield some functions and we resume again. So three times resume again and five times yield. Now four times resume again and okay, this is the resume again the fifth time. So all the yield and resume again are completed, I guess. And this is the sixth yield. Oh, and we don't get any yield. I mean, we don't have any corresponding resume again uh, for this yield. Whoa, man, this is so confusing actually. This is so confusing. So resume. So we have five of them, and we have six of them. So we have six yield and five resume. That means for some reason we are unable to resume a coroutine. And why is this happening? Because I mean, there's no problem with resuming here. I think the problem is here actually. For some reason, I think we are failing to invoking this callback function. But why? I mean, I did invoke this function here. Oh man. Okay, let's just pretend that we never call this function, right? Let's just pretend like that. And let's count yield, yield, yield. So these are 5 yields and resume, there are 5 resume. So the problem is this. The problem is with this update function. Why is this thing happening? We yield the process of this coroutine, but we never resume it. I mean, why? Oh, geez. I think, guys, we need to take some time to, debug this. I will debug. I try to debug this error off camera. I think I need some time. It's quite a lot of time on. I mean, we spend so much time on this error, but we will continue this bug hunting in tomorrow's live stream because I'm kind of, tired of these debugging back and forth. So that's all. We can continue these things tomorrow. You even integrated migration, dd and p of folder. That's nice. Yeah, I want to make it so close. I mean, as much as close to oil and vim in when comparing to functionalities. And on top of it, there's a bonus thing, which is the tree structure view. Simple, no competition at all. I just want to give the seamless operation capabilities and the file structure view with the, simple UI, and easier to configure options. Everything should be straight to the point, nothing else. So, is there anything that you want to ask, any guys? Otherwise, I'm gonna end this stream in about a minute. So thanks for watching this stream, guys. Okay, I'm just waiting. It's already a nice plugin. Keep up with the good work. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. It's night here. Anyways, so all right, guys. Good night. Take care. We will meet in the next stream. Thank you. 7 p.m. That's crazy. Germany. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's not that early actually. 7 p.m. But anyways, okay. Good night, guys. For me, at least me. Good night for me at least. So we will meet in the next stream. Just open the notification for this live streams, and you will get the notification whenever I live on this channel, right? So bye bye, guys. Good night.